Alright, I'm here live on YouTube. Alright, time to take care of those ponies, those freaking little bolts, little Pichus right now. So,
from the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles.
I still our town, dummy.
Let's get back into the action. The situation, ball in the red zone. It's
I don't think they're gonna hurt us. We go run the ball through their face.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. They'll keep it on the ground. Henry, and he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Good tight duo.
Second down and 6 now.
Here, we're gonna run that hell.
Left, it's Henry. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Looking to throw. Daniels. That is caught. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 19 yards that time for number 19. Henry up the middle. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Henry, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
Well, keep pounding that ball.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
All right, I'm going to
huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
All right, we have to open the show here.
A 7-yard touchdown.
Let's go.
And the Raiders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Up the middle they go. Henry. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. On 3rd down, Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Oh, come on. He's going to decline it, so we're going for it.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center because, remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
All right, we had punt.
So back to live action. Let's see what this offense can do here on this play. They'll run on first down. It's Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Oh, it doesn't matter. We got it.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now a handoff up the middle. Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run it again with Henry.
Offside. Defense.
And obviously they want that run yardage, so they decline the penalty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Smart on their part. They finished off the play. But if you're going to jump, if you're going to commit a penalty, it's your job to finish off the play so you don't give up big gains like that.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Now a handoff to Henry. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30.
Oh, man, I mean.
Even with the good gain, I thought they might accept that one.
Yeah, you thought maybe they'd go with the downs as opposed to the yardage. So if you're taking the yardage now, 2nd and less than 5, that tells me you feel good about how your offense is working.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. They'll run. It's Henry fighting through. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
I'm going to pound that ball. Here we go.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Henry. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. After the penalty, it's Henry. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Ah. I know it's too good to be true.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Here come to Papa. Let's go.
An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it? The Raider offense set to get this drive started. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
It wouldn't matter. I had to do this All right.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. Well, obviously they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Off-play action. Daniels. He'll let it fly for Austin. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. The Raiders got to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
All right, we're going to use.
On the bootleg, it's Daniels. Shakes off the sack. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here.
I know.
They hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play.
All right.
This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty. That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there.
I'm not coming for that.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field.
Let's just take the field goal.
Is good, and that'll bring them back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the 3rd quarter.
Going here.
Second half begins with a run by Henry. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Again to Henry. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that one. Who knows?
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw. Daniels. Over the middle, complete. It's Austin. And now they're in the hurry up. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the big man. Get the oxygen tank ready. Score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Well, I'm challenging anyway.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Operating from the gun. Daniels. And his throw here is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there. It looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Austin. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested. but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down.
All right, we got 4th and 1. We hit.
Well, they look to pay it off on 1st down. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 167 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Now on 1st down, drop to throw it. Completes it to Austin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And they're going to speed things up here. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
Right back to Njoku. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. And it's caught. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal. Henry diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one.
Oh, we got it now.
Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. Blitz coming, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Off the bootleg. Daniels. And his throw is incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Daniels. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Daniels. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for that first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this
all right, we convert that one easily. Trying to finish him off here.
1st and 10.
Come on, ref, he's holding, you know it.
29-yard line.
Oh, come on now.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw. Daniels. He finds his man. Complete. That's Austin. Completion good for 14 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Daniels. He's into space past the 25. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. The Raiders on the move. A couple of big plays in succession. First down carry for Henry. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 174 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdowns. And he's in. Touchdown.
Touchdown, right. Let's go.
Henry saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run. Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. High-scoring first half, and to this point, a high-scoring second half. A lot of offense, Charles.
Very entertaining game for guys like you and me, being able to watch it. Anyone who's here in the stadium, they've got to be having a blast, wondering who's going to score next and who's going to gain an advantage. The people who hate this,
the guys that play your old position, right?
My old position, anyone on defense, this is not a satisfying game for them, not at all.
Yeah, these offenses rolling. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
This is the tight end, Njoku. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Tighten that thing area.
A handoff running left. Henry. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Nah, holding ref, you know.
They accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Yeah. Okay.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. Daniels. Complete to Austin here over the middle. And it's a 14-yard pickup, but it'll still be 2nd down. Play action, now it's Daniels. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Whew, wow.
From 17 yards out. And the Raiders are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing
the Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession gigantic. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Derrick Henry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Oh, man, I got one off.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be 3rd and 15. Off the play fake, Daniels. He'll let it fly for Austin. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 40-yard punt for... They go play action. Daniels. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down.
Oh.
Throwing now is Daniels. Over the middle, he hits Austin. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Daniels looking to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. To the air goes Daniels. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down. Now Daniels. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Come on.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
All right.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. He'll let it fly for Austin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball.
Going dig route, see what happens.
Take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Looking for...
I'm not losing this game. Could be here. I need some motivation. All right, ask. I don't know.
It's time for the AFC Championship and the Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Give to Henry on the inside handoff. Stiff arm success. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Running once more with Henry. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Pushing the pace right away to start the game. Henry. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1. Trying to work quickly now. Trying to run with Henry. And the defense gets there. It's a small loss. Offense in the hurry up now. 3rd and goal.
Okay, we got that together.
The Raiders finish off their opening drive. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs...
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Another run for Henry. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. So we're through one here in the AFC title game. Both teams neck and neck so far. We're back to SoFi right after this. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Raiders in possession. They've got a first to begin the frame. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys can have a little fun with him in practice this week, because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
No connection on the last play. And now it's 3rd down. Now Daniels off the play action. Complete beyond the marker. Juke the defender. And they catch up him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range.
Alright, we're going to run, but...
Trying down the middle with Henry.
Okay, you're here.
And he runs this
Okay,
one
we're
down
good.
to the 22-yard line. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Here's a give for Henry. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Play fake here. Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Daniels back to throw. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up fourth down. Up and good from Romo.
We're good.
And give him a 3-point advantage.
It depends on the kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend.
First and 10 now from the 30. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And that's gain of 5. Alex Singleton makes the tackle. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. It's Henry on the carry. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on third down. Henry's going to try to pick it up. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there. He's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Looking to his fullback now. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory. This is Henry on second. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They run. Here's Henry. And he winds up with a solid gain down past the 45. He gets him 4, but it's going to be 4th down. Up. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he's touched as they pick up that first down on 4.
This game of today, Kate, in so many ways is so different than the game I played. But that's a call that I can close my eyes and still remember. All you do as a QB is just look. Takes a look at the big guys up front saying, give me a push, and I'll do the rest.
On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Going with King Henry here. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Here's Henry running left. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's a Vegas first down. To throw, Daniels. Throw reeled in by Njoku. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Henry. And he's across for the touchdown. And that flag is not going to stop this celebration.
Oh, wow.
They know that's an offsides call.
Yep, it's offside. He's right.
Got to the end zone with a free play, so they will, of course, decline offsides and the points. Extra point from Blankenship is up and good. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead. Daniels on 1st down. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. You got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing them. And holding penalty is going to make 1st down. This is tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Looking to throw. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. He'll throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. One last play before the break. Throwing it just before halftime. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And it's scooped up by the Chargers.
Yeah.
And they stop him before
We'll
he
get the
gets
ball
to
anyway, so it wouldn't matter. Long. Oh, crap, we did not.
Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. And he's room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it.
I'd rather play the run game.
2nd and 3 now. King Henry. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Easy call for the official there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Automatic first down.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now he'll throw off the play fake. That's in for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So let's get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Throwing now off play action. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. 1st and 10 from the 41. Here's Henry. Escapes a defender. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. That holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for Raiders first. They're going play action. Staying in the pocket. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. The tip definitely broke up that throw. So it'll be 2nd down. Again, Daniels to the air. He has the
All right, we got it.
So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
A give to Henry. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Austin's there to haul it in. And that's good yardage there. A set of downs to boot.
I think my favorite was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Catch made by Austin. And they bring him down around the 34. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's a Vegas first down. Here's Daniels. This finds Austin complete. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Offense working quickly. We give to Henry on the inside handoff. And he's going to make it down to the 15-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Daniels now. This throw is cut.
All right, we got it here.
All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but it's up to the defense to make us.
First and 10 now from the 30. Now a run with Henry. Good little whip there. Looks like about 6. Reward that tackle to the effort of Leatu Latu. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Running once more with Henry. Blast through midfield. And he's going to be taken down at the 28. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. He's able to drive them forward into the red zone. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. Running this with Henry. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Working quickly here. First down, and they go right back to him.
All right, we got it. All right, let's go.
The Raiders can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the 3rd. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in drive starts out with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
First down, ball at the 36. Out of the gun, Daniels. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
On 2nd and 10 now, Daniels has it downfield, working the left.
All right, let's go.
Touchdown.
Let's go.
The Raiders take a 4th quarter lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you
First and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, a run for Henry. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Another run for Henry. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Raiders first. Out of the gun, Henry. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Trying down the middle with Henry. And he stopped at the 31-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down. Here's a give for Henry. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. It's Henry on the carry.
Oh, wow. What a touchdown right there.
The Raiders take a 4th-quarter lead. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Man, we had a lot of guys tackle him down.
Touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling their running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
This is Henry on 2nd. And he's tackled for a short gain. 3 yards the pickup. Now it's 3rd and 8. Daniels now against a blitz. Hauled in by Njoku, left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They run. Here's Henry. In the middle holes. They don't get anything on the run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Daniels. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
All right, going to finish him off here.
Plowing up the middle. Dukes out a 1-stop. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Well, we got to finish him off here.
Warning here in L.A. Raiders leading by 7. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Going with King Henry here.
Offside. Defense.
Offense liked how that play went, so they choose to decline the penalty. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. Henry runs it in for the
All right, we kick him out now.
The Raiders go up by 2 scores.
It's perfect here.
Points in the 4th. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. And he's done it so many times before in just this game, Brock. There he is again in the... So put this in the win column for the Raiders. And they'll raise that Lamar Hunt trophy high as champions of the AFC. And that earns them 2 more weeks of football until they head to the Bayou and fight for a Super Bowl. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders winners as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.
Yeah, took care of those pony, those little bolts. All right. I think, did I make it? All right, that's it, guys. Thank you for hanging with me. I'm out. So please like and subscribe. Please comment after archives.